Mila, I need to talk to you for a minute. Is that okay?
Oh, what's wrong?
Lately, haven't you been ignoring me? You're acting like I'm a total stranger.
Huh? I haven't been ignoring you.
Oh, come on. The other day at the store, I was struggling with my bags, and you just walked right past me. A normal person would offer to help, don't you think?
I'm sorry, I honestly didn't notice.
Didn't notice? That's ridiculous. Besides, you're a single mom, right? Shouldn't people like you be more considerate of those around them?
Wait a second. That has nothing to do with this.
Of course it does. I mean, people like you are usually the ones relying on proper families like ours for support.
Relying on you? What are you talking about?
I mean, the fact that I go out of my way to be friendly with you. Single moms tend to get isolated, right? But since I look out for you, you don't end up completely left out, do you?
Wait a second. Are you saying that?
So I was wondering if you could help clean and tidy up my house this weekend.
Huh? Clean? What do you mean?
Oh, come on. You know what I'm talking about. Our house has gotten a little messy lately. Both my husband and I work, so we're too busy to keep up with it. But your job isn't that demanding, right?
No, I do work, and I'm actually pretty busy.
Oh, please. That's just an excuse. Single moms are supposed to be good at housework, aren't they? Everyone in my family works, so we don't have the luxury of spending time on chores like you do. So it's pretty normal for you to chip in a little, wouldn't you say?
No, I'm not your maid, Violet.
That's not what I meant. I'm just saying we should help each other out. We're friends, aren't we?
Yeah, no. I don't want to be asked to do something like that. Why should I?
Oh, come on. We're neighbors, aren't we? It's normal to help each other out.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it.
Aren't you being a little cold? I mean, we've been so nice to you.
That's exactly what I don't understand. This whole being nice to me thing.
Wow, you're really twisting things, huh?
Forget it. From now on, I'm keeping my distance.
Hey, you're really okay being that cold?
Hey, what kind of irresponsible parent are you? Do you treat your kid this harshly too? You're a terrifying woman.
Excuse me?
How could you hurt my beloved wife like that?
What? You suddenly send me a message like this? What's going on? Jack, please calm down and tell me what happened. I'm sorry, but I don't understand what's going on. Can you explain in more detail?
Are you seriously playing dumb? You've got some nerve. Don't tell me you don't know what your idiot son did. He swung at the baseball with all his might and nailed it straight into Violet's face.
What? Wait a minute, is that really true?
Hell yeah. Violet's beautiful face is all swollen up. It's a complete mess. And you call yourself a mother? How are you planning to take responsibility for this? Don't even think about pretending you had no idea. Get over here and apologize. Right now.
Oh, wait a second. You're suddenly saying all this. I'm completely confused. Are you really certain it was my son who hit that baseball? Do you have any proof of that? I'm really sorry, but please calm down and explain exactly what happened.
Shut up. This isn't about proof. Violet got hurt right in front of me. She was crying, and yet the parent of the kid who did it won't even show up? My precious wife is suffering, and you're just standing there doing nothing? And you call yourself a decent parent?
I'm sorry, but I'm just as shocked as you are. Let me check with my son first. Can you give me a moment? I just asked him about it, and he says he didn't do anything like that.
What? Are you kidding me?
I've asked my son multiple times, and he says he has no idea what you're talking about. Besides, he hasn't even played baseball recently. He doesn't own any equipment, and he's not involved in any baseball activities at school either.
Yeah. Figures. A single mother's kid is bound to be a liar.
Excuse me? How can you say something like that?
A kid raised without a father is obviously going to lack morals. Lying must be second nature to him. Growing up in that kind of environment, he probably doesn't even understand the concept of taking responsibility. And look at you, his mother. Can't even offer a proper apology. What kind of values are you teaching him?
Wait a minute. That's completely prejudiced. What proof do you even have to say something like that? Just because we're a single-parent household doesn't mean my son is a liar. That's beyond offensive. Family structure has nothing to do with upbringing. My son is honest, and I am raising him with full responsibility.
Huh? Of course it matters. A kid raised by just one parent is never going to turn out right. And the fact that you can say, my son didn't do it, even after he hurt someone, what kind of twisted mindset is that? A normal person would apologize first, no questions asked.
And that's because my son really didn't do it. If he actually did, of course, I would take responsibility and apologize. But since he didn't, I can't let him be blamed for something he didn't do. So would you mind reaching out to Violet to double check that? Did my son really hurt her? Or is there some kind of misunderstanding? There's no harm in going over the details first.
What the hell are you saying? Are you trying to claim that Violet is lying?
That's not what I meant. I'm just saying that misunderstandings can happen, right? All I want is to hear the details again calmly. That's it, so why are you so quick to assume the worst?
You. So that's your plan? Keep making excuses and try to dodge responsibility? Oh, don't mess with me. Listen up. I'm not letting this slide. You're definitely paying for this. You better be ready to cover the medical bills, and compensation on top of that. You think you can do this to Violet and just walk away?
What? At least listen to what I have to say. You can't just demand I take responsibility without any proof.
Whatever. If you thought I'd go easy on you just because you're a single mom, you're dead wrong. No matter how hard you try to make excuses, it won't change a thing. You better start saving up now. You're probably getting government aid, right? Why don't you just use that?
Violet, I'm sorry for reaching out so late. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I was worried you might be in a lot of pain. Your husband contacted me. How's your injury? Are you okay?
Of course, I'm not okay. Anyone would be shocked if they saw how swollen my face is. The pain won't go away at all. It's unbearable. Even the slightest touch makes it throb. I can't even bring myself to go outside like this. Thanks to your kid, I can't even go shopping looking like this. What are you going to do about it? I can't believe I've been hurt this badly and you haven't even apologized.
About that, I am truly sorry. But when I asked my son, he said he has no idea what you're talking about. In fact, he keeps insisting that he didn't hurt anyone. No matter how many times I ask, he firmly denies it. And he doesn't even play baseball. He doesn't own any equipment. So I honestly don't understand how this even became an issue.
What? Of course your kid is just lying. He's obviously scared of getting in trouble, so he's trying to cover it up.
If you don't mind, could you tell me more about what happened? Where, when, and how exactly did the ball hit you? I just want to confirm everything properly.
What kind of question is that? Are you saying I'm lying now? You're doubting me just because I told you what happened?
No, that's not what I meant. I just want to understand the situation better. I need to check the details first so I can respond properly.
Anyway, I got seriously injured because of that baseball your kid threw. He launched the ball into the air and it came crashing down right into my face. My face is completely swollen and it still hurts like hell.
When exactly did this happen? Can you tell me the specific date and time of the accident? If you remember the exact time, that would really help. Around what time did it happen?
Well, I remember now. It was Sunday, around 2 p.m. I was walking past the park after shopping. I was on my usual route home. Then out of nowhere, a baseball came flying at me full speed. I had no time to dodge, and it hit me right in the face. And now look at me. The moment it happened, I saw your son standing right in front of me. Our eyes met, clear as day, so I know it was him.
Sunday at 2 p.m. I see. That time frame makes sense. But you're talking about last Sunday, right? Are you absolutely sure about that? Because my son wasn't at the park at that time.
Huh? That can't be right.
Because last Sunday I was out shopping with him. We were together the whole time, so there's no way he could have been at the park. Plus, I ran into some friends and other moms at the store. It's not just me. I have people who can confirm it. If you don't believe me, I can ask them to verify. With witnesses, we can clear this up, right?
What? wait. I must have gotten it wrong. It wasn't last Sunday. It was the day before yesterday. Yes, the afternoon before yesterday. It was after school, so he must have been playing baseball at the park near my house.
Violet, your story keeps changing. Are you sure you're okay?
Whatever. I suffered a huge impact. It's only natural that my memory is a little fuzzy.
I see. In that case, could you show me the medical report from your hospital visit?
What?
If your memory is that fuzzy from the impact, then that would be a serious enough injury to call an ambulance, wouldn't it? If you actually went to the hospital and got checked out, your medical report would have the exact date and details written on it.
Oh, shut up. Stop asking so many questions. Wait, are you seriously accusing me of lying? Jesus, this is why single mothers are the worst.
How dare you?
It's pretty funny how someone can act so superior when they don't even have a husband. They say kids learn from their parents, but I feel bad for yours. With a mother like you, there's no way he'll turn out right. I mean, look at him. Hurts someone and doesn't even own up to it.
I won't let that comment slide. Just because I'm a single mother doesn't mean you get to talk to me like that.
What? Oh, you've got some nerve talking back when your kid injured someone. I'm being nice by not filing a police report yet.
A police report?
That's right. I'll report this and make sure your son gets turned over to the cops. But out of the kindness of my heart, I'm willing to settle this with a payout instead.
Huh? A payout?
Yeah, if you pay up, I won't go to the police.
Are you serious? My son has been denying it this whole time.
I get that you want to stand by your son as his mother, but maybe you should take a step back and think rationally for a moment.
What exactly do you mean by that?
If this turns into a bigger deal, life is going to be really tough for a single mom, isn't it? You already seem pretty isolated in the neighborhood, and probably at work too. If people at your son's school find out he's involved in an assault case, it's going to be hard for him to stay there, don't you think? But if you just pay the settlement, I won't tell anyone.
So this is your idea of kindness, Violet.
That's right.
I see. But I'm sorry, my son denies it, and there's no proof that he did it. Under these circumstances, I have no intention of paying a settlement.
What did you just say? You better get your act together. I'm giving you a chance to handle this quietly, so just pay up.
Then bring me proof. Show me actual evidence that my son is the one who injured you.
What? My injury is the proof itself. Your son just nailed me in the face with a football. Enough talking. Just pay the settlement, $30,000.
My son loves football.
What?
I'm saying my son prefers football over baseball. In fact, he has almost no interest in baseball at all. Even if a baseball game is on TV, he changes the channel right away. Plus, he's in a football club and practices multiple times a week, so he barely has any free time. After school, he's busy with club practice, and on weekends, he often has away games, so he doesn't even have time to play baseball. On top of that, we don't own any baseball equipment. No balls, no bats, no gloves, nothing. That's why the whole idea of my son playing baseball doesn't make any sense. There are just too many inconsistencies in this story. Violet, is it possible that you're mistaken or confusing him with someone else?
So what? That doesn't matter. He could be hitting the field for some relaxed baseball with his friends at school. Maybe he just happened to hit a ball for fun that day. I saw it with my own eyes. I know I saw your son at the park, and he was definitely playing baseball. That's how I got injured. There's no other explanation.
About that, my son hasn't been to that park in 2 months. I confirmed it using his GPS history.
What? GPS?
Yes, I have it for my son's safety. These days, a lot of families use them so they can quickly check their child's location in case of an emergency. You see, since I'm a single mother, my son has to stay home alone quite often, so I use it to make sure he gets home safely, and that he's not going anywhere dangerous.
What? I've never heard of that before.
The GPS records both his location and movement history, so that means the whole story about him playing baseball at the park doesn't add up, right? How exactly did my son injure you, Violet?
Well, I mean, maybe the GPS malfunctioned or something.
Violet, I really think there's been some kind of misunderstanding. Please stop accusing my son based on an assumption. Oh, but don't worry. I'm not blaming you for this. After all, you did suffer a serious impact. It's no surprise if your memory is a little mixed up.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like I wanted to get confused. The pain must have been so bad that it just messed with my head.
That's why I'll do everything I can to help you find the real culprit. Let's work together to figure out who actually hurt you.
Huh? Wait, why are you suddenly saying that?
Actually, I asked my son, and apparently baseball, soccer, and other ball games are banned at the park. So I don't think anyone was playing baseball there in the first place. Plus, all of my son's friends are good kids who follow the rules. I know them too, and they wouldn't break a rule like that. That means finding the real culprit might be a bit tricky. But don't worry, we'll definitely find out who did this.
Yeah, but, I feel bad about everything, and I just don't want to make this a bigger deal than it already is.
Oh, don't worry about that. Good relationships with neighbors are important, right? That's exactly why we should help each other in times like this. I'll reach out to the school right away. I'm sure we'll find some kind of lead.
What?
Oh, or maybe I should check with the other moms. One of my friends, whose kid is in the same football class as my son, lives right across from the park. I'll ask her if she's seen any kids breaking the rules and playing baseball there recently. Since she works from home, she'd definitely notice if someone was playing there.
No, stop. Please, you don't have to do all that. Just drop it.
Huh? Why not? Shouldn't we all work together to find the real culprit? That way, we can identify who actually injured you, Violet. Or do you already know something about it?
Well, it's not like that, but...
Then let's ask everyone to help. I mean, you do want a settlement, don't you?
Well, yeah, but...
I see. So you don't want to involve too many people and make this a bigger issue. I get it. It's a small neighborhood. Things like this can get complicated.
Yes, exactly. That's what I meant. And besides, if people see my face like this, it'd be so embarrassing.
Then, at the very least, let me provide our own proof. To completely clear my son's name, I'll submit his GPS records. That way, his entire movement history will be on record. Oh, and just in case, I'll also submit the footage from the security camera in front of our house.
What? You're telling me you have that kind of evidence too? No way.
Yes, we have a security camera set up by our front door. It's for safety reasons. Things have been getting dangerous lately, so just in case I checked the footage to see if there was any proof of my son playing baseball. But no matter how many times I reviewed it, there wasn't a single moment where my son was playing baseball. Instead, I found plenty of footage of you, Violet. And not just that, you were walking arm in arm with a man who wasn't your husband.
What did you just say? That's impossible. You must be mistaken.
No, there's no mistake. The footage clearly shows everything from our front door to the street. Since my house is a bit farther from yours, you probably let your guard down. You didn't think anyone was recording, did you?
Well, he's just an acquaintance. There's nothing inappropriate going on.
You can explain that to your husband. In any case, I'll be submitting this as part of the evidence.
No, wait. Please don't do that. I'm telling you, just don't tell my husband. I'll do anything, just please keep this quiet.
I'm afraid that's not an option. After all, your husband came after me pretty hard over this. That's exactly why I need to submit all the evidence to prove my son's innocence.
No, please, I was wrong. I'll do anything. I'll apologize for everything. I'll confess everything.
Shouldn't you be saying that to your husband first? Especially if you were doing something you didn't want him to see. It's important to bring the truth to light. Just like I fought to clear my son's name, you should face your own problems, Violet. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
I'm so sorry. This was a huge misunderstanding. I know just apologizing isn't enough, but I truly regret everything. I had no idea things had escalated this far. Honestly, I didn't want to believe it, but after learning the truth, I am completely shocked. I know everything about my wife now. At first, I didn't doubt a single thing she said. I just believed her, no questions asked. But after seeing the footage, everything suddenly made sense. I can't believe myself. I blindly trusted my wife's words and accused both you, Mila, and your son without any proof. I'm furious at my own recklessness. I attacked you, jumped to conclusions, and even insulted you. I'm truly sorry. I regret acting that way. I should have handled this differently.
I see. So, it looks like you've sorted things out on your end. So tell me, how exactly did you expose Violet's lies?
Well, first I checked the security camera footage you provided. That was the decisive evidence. The moment I saw it, I knew there was no way she could talk her way out of this. So I confronted Violet, and she finally confessed. It turns out my wife has been having an affair with the owner of the supermarket since last year.
Ah, I knew his face looked familiar. So it really was the manager from J&B Supermarket.
Lately, I've been wondering why my wife's shopping trips were taking longer than usual.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, and that's not even the worst part. Eventually, the owner's wife found out about the affair and things exploded at their house. She was furious and confronted Violet, and in the heat of the moment, she lost control and hit her. That's the real cause of Violet's injury.
What? Wait, you're telling me she got hurt because of her own affair? And then she tried to blame it on my son?
That's right. I did notice her facial injury, and I thought it was suspicious. But when I asked her about it, she just said she fell or accidentally bumped into something. She only gave vague excuses. It turns out she didn't want me to find out that her affair had been exposed. But when she realized she couldn't talk her way out of it anymore, she came up with something unthinkable. She decided to frame your son as the attacker and pin the blame on him.
I can't believe she tried to pull my kid into something like this. This is unbelievable.
And it wasn't just about shifting the blame. Apparently Violet was being sued for damages by the owner's wife. She was desperate to come up with money to pay the settlement, so she came up with the idea of extorting you, Mila, by demanding a settlement payment in your son's name. This was outright fraud. I feel absolutely terrible about this. The fact that my wife could even think of something this despicable. As her husband, I feel ashamed, and I still can't believe it.
I see. So that's why she was so insistent on getting a settlement payment.
And I just blindly believed her. I also said some really cruel things about single mothers. Even though I was acting in the heat of the moment, I'm truly sorry. Also, there's something I'd like to ask you. Would you be willing to let me check all of the security camera footage?
Huh?
I need it as evidence of my wife's affair. It seems they always met up in front of your house, away from ours. I need to check how many times they met and gather as much proof as I can.
Alright, I believe I can pull up around 3 months of video footage.
Really?
But before that, I need you to apologize to my son first.
Of course.
You attacked him without even listening to his side of the story. You called him a liar, and you mocked him just because he's from a single-parent household. Before anything else, you need to apologize to my son in person.
That's absolutely right. I will apologize to your son right away. Because of my reckless actions, I hurt him. And I also said terrible things to you, Mila. I'm truly sorry.
Okay. Then could you come by after my son gets home from school today? As a parent, this is non-negotiable.
Of course. I will be there at the designated time. I will sincerely apologize to your son with complete honesty. And then, if it's possible, I'd like to review the footage from the security cameras.
I'll reconsider after I see how you apologized to my son. Alright then, I'll see you later.
Hey, this is all your fault. You ruined everything.
Huh?
Don't play dumb. What are you going to do about this? My husband is divorcing me. He's even demanding a settlement payment. This is all because of you.
What? How exactly is this my fault? You cheated, Violet. This is your own doing. And on top of that, you dragged my family into your fabricated story.
So what? If you hadn't handed over that security footage, everything was going perfectly until then. I thought since you're a single mom, you'd care about your reputation and just pay the settlement right away.
What? So you tried to frame my family just for that? Oh, this is beyond disgusting.
You're the cruel one here. If you had just quietly paid the settlement, I could have covered the damages for the owner's wife. But no, you had to ruin everything.
Stop taking your anger out on me. This is clearly your fault.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. You shouldn't have installed a security camera in the first place. A poor single mother like you has no business owning a high-tech security system. It caught everything. Me holding hands with the owner of the supermarket. Getting out of his car, even our date. My life is ruined, and it's all your fault.
Enough. Do you really think I'm just going to sit here and take this? Now you're even calling me a poor single mother. What exactly do you gain from looking down on me like this? Do you think just because I'm a single mommy you can say whatever you want and get away with it? If you really believe your prejudice and discrimination will work here, you're dead wrong.
But that's not what I meant. I didn't mean it like that.
And yet you dragged my son into this. Does that not bother you at all? A grown adult trying to cover up her own mistakes by using an innocent child as a scapegoat? That's not just irresponsible, it's disgusting. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? I can't take this anymore. Enough of this nonsense. Your own affair caused this mess, and yet you still dragged a child into it and made excuses without a second thought. Do you even realize how much trouble you've caused everyone? Think about the consequences of your actions for once.
Hold on. Are you implying that I'm not deep thinking? Me? How dare you? And I don't need to hear that from a poor single mother like you.
Who are you calling a poor single mother? You seriously need to stop making assumptions and looking down on people. Just so you know, I'm a lawyer. I have no reason to sit back and take this kind of treatment without cause. If you have so many complaints, why don't we settle this in court? Let's legally determine just how vile your behavior has been. Fraud, defamation, blackmail. I have more than enough evidence to take this case all the way.
What? You're a lawyer? No way. That can't be true.
If you wanted to believe it's a lie, go ahead. But this is a fact. So shall we get down to business? First, we need to properly go over everything you've done to us so far. Defamation, blackmail, extortion, and even slandering a minor. There's no escaping this now.
What? Wait a second. If this turns into a lawsuit, then...
Especially your slander against a child. That's a serious matter. How exactly do you plan to justify dragging an innocent kid into this? And let's not forget your discriminatory remarks against single mothers. That's something I will never let slide. So you're still blaming your divorce and settlement on me, aren't you? Then let's settle this properly in court. We'll find out who's really at fault. There's nowhere left for you to run.
Wait, no, please don't do this. I'll apologize. I apologize. I'll never bother you again. So please, please don't go to the police or take this to court.
Even if you say so, I have no reason to trust you. Then let's make it official right here. Can you promise to never involve yourself with my family again?
I swear, I'll never, ever come near you again.
Then I'll let it slide this time. But if you ever try something like this again, I won't hesitate to take legal action. So be ready for that. Just because I'm a single mother doesn't mean I'll let someone like you look down on me.
Yes, I'm truly sorry.
Well, that concludes this conversation. Now take your time and think about how you're going to deal with the mess you created. I'll also make sure to inform your husband that my son received the apology he deserved after being falsely accused.
What am I going to do? If he finds out everything I did, he'll never forgive me. If we really get divorced, what am I supposed to do? And the settlement, I can't afford to pay that. No way. What am I supposed to do? Hey, Mila, just one last thing.
I have nothing more to say to you. Take care. After that, Violet's husband handed her divorce papers and it became official. She got caught cheating, and on top of that, she tried to frame my son. This was karma. Her husband interrogated her relentlessly, and in the end, she had nowhere left to run. Then, the supermarket owner's wife was asking for a settlement of $30 grand. On top of that, her husband also sued her for damages, wiping out her savings instantly. Well, not that she had much in savings to begin with. She always had a bad spending habit. Of course, she couldn't afford to pay that kind of money, so she ended up drowning in debt. With nowhere left to turn, Violet had no choice but to move back to her parents' house. She had never farmed a day in her life, yet now she was covered in dirt, working in the fields. Forced to hold a hoe she wasn't used to, spending long hot days attending to vegetables under the blazing sun. Wearing luxury brands and enjoying fancy cafe hopping was nothing more than a distant dream. Still, at least she had somewhere to stay. As for Violet's ex-husband, after causing such a scene, I guess he felt like he couldn't stay in town. Before anyone noticed, he had moved away, quietly disappearing as if he had never existed. And as for me, I still shop at J&B Supermarket as usual. One day while waiting in line at the register, the owner's wife suddenly came up to me and whispered, "Feel free to use this for whatever you need." She gave me a coupon for half off. Apparently, she had been under a lot of stress from everything that happened, and this was her way of saying thank you. Of course, I happily accepted it without hesitation.
You're the worst kind of woman. Stealing someone else's fiancé? Aren't you ashamed? Huh? Excuse me, who are you? And now, you're openly planning a wedding? I wonder how you were raised. I'd love to see your parents' faces. Could it be that you have the wrong person? Don't play dumb with me, you sneaky thief. Thief? Hold on a second. Who are you? At least, tell me your name first. Avery! Avery? Oh, wait. Are you Dylan's childhood friend? I'm not just his childhood friend. I'm also Dylan's fiancé, so get that straight. What? How dare you deceive my Dylan like that? I've never experienced anything like this in my life. This is such a humiliation. I can't believe someone like you, a sneaky woman, would steal my precious fiancé. I will never forgive you. Wait a minute. Listen, Dylan and I had our parents' blessing, and we had promised to get married. And yet, you had the nerve to take him away from me. You homewrecker? Criminal? Don't think you'll get to marry Dylan just like that, you idiot. Avery, please calm down. I didn't steal anything from you, so stop making baseless accusations. Huh? You stole my fiancé and you're acting all innocent? Do you know how shocked I was when our mutual friend told me about the wedding? If you were truly being honorable, you would have sent me, his childhood friend, an invitation to the wedding. Wait, you weren't invited? Oh, don't play dumb. It's probably because you told him not to invite me. No, I didn't tell him anything. I'm sure Dylan wanted to invite me, but he held back because of you and didn't send the invitation. Not inviting me to the wedding means you know deep down this marriage is shady. You know you stole him from me, don't you? I don't have any such awareness. And as for the wedding invitations, if you were to be invited, wouldn't it be as a guest on Dylan's side? I've left all of that up to Dylan. If you're upset about not being invited, you should talk to him directly. What's with that smug attitude? You definitely told Dylan not to invite me, didn't you? I know everything. I didn't tell him that. I'd be more than happy to welcome any of Dylan's childhood friends. I'm not just a friend. I told you, I'm his fiancé. What's this welcome nonsense? Acting all confident? You home wrecker? Just because you got ahead and made it to the wedding, don't get cocky. No matter what tricks you used to seduce Dylan, I've been with him since we were kids, so I'm the one who's going to marry him. Don't think the wedding will go off without a hitch. Dylan, I need to ask you something. Gianna, what's up? You have a childhood friend named Avery, right? Yeah, but what about her? Well, I just got a message from her on WhatsApp. What? Why would Avery be texting you? She suddenly started asking me if I wasn't ashamed of stealing someone else's fiancé. She called me the worst kind of woman, a sneaky thief, and all sorts of insults. She was clearly furious, but I had no idea what she was talking about. What? She even insisted that she's your fiancé. Huh? She claimed you both had your parents' blessing and had promised to get married, and that she'll never forgive me for taking you away from her. What the hell is going on? Then she said the reason she wasn't invited to the wedding is because it's some kind of shady marriage or something. So what's going on between you and Avery? There's nothing going on. That can't be true. Avery's obsession is way too intense. Were you two dating back in the day? Tell me the truth. Honestly, I never dated Avery. I swear. You've got to believe me. Then why do I have to deal with her saying all this? She's insisting she's your fiancé. That's from when we were in kindergarten. Kindergarten? Yeah, our parents were close, and back then, Avery and I were really good friends too. Good friends? Were you two that close? Yeah, our families would often have meals together, go on trips, stuff like that. And since Avery and I always played together at kindergarten, people would joke around saying they're going to get married someday. So you promised to marry her? Yeah, I think it was during a summer camp or something. Back in kindergarten, our parents were all excited, joking like, wouldn't it be fun if they got married one day? And? Avery jumped in, all smiles, and asked, Dylan, will you marry me? And then? As a kid, I casually said, yeah, we'll always be together. And the adults around us were laughing, saying, well, I guess that's an engagement then. I see. That makes sense. But really, we were only close when we were in kindergarten. We went to the same elementary and middle school, but we never dated or anything. So Avery still thinks that kindergarten promise is valid now that you're adults? Yeah, I think that's it. Not to be rude, but isn't that kind of abnormal? Sorry for asking again, but are you sure you never became more than friends? I swear, it never happened. I'd swear to God, there's nothing like that between us. The only person I want to marry is you, Gianna. Avery just doesn't have any friends, so she's been overly dependent on me. Dependent? What do you mean? To be so attached to a childhood friend, there must have been something serious between you two, right? No, there's nothing shady going on. It's just that, for some reason, Avery has always liked stealing other people's boyfriends. And because of that, she's just kind of fixated on me. Yeah. Because of that, she kept getting into trouble throughout school. And sometimes it even caused her to stop attending classes. Since she didn't have any friends, I, being her childhood friend, would bring her class printouts. And that's when she started getting a bit dependent on me. Does she still not have any friends? I don't think so. When she went to college in New York, things were going well, and she made some friends over there. But then, she started dating only married men, lost those friends, and was even shunned by her coworkers, so she became dependent on me again. So the homewrecker she was talking about is herself, huh? Exactly. But Dylan, you still stayed friends with Avery after all that? Since our parents were close and we're childhood friends, I just couldn't completely cut ties with her. That's probably why she's so dependent on me and against the wedding. So basically, Avery only has her family or you left in her life, huh? And maybe that's why she's holding on to that kindergarten promise. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I've told her several times that I'm not going to marry her, but she just says, it's fine. I know you'll come back to me in the end, and it doesn't get through to her at all. If that's the case, why didn't you tell me about this sooner? If I had known the full story, I could have confronted her myself. I'm sorry. I didn't think she'd go as far as to contact you directly. It's weird, though. How did she even get my number? Maybe when Avery came over to my place, she snooped through my phone without me noticing. That's creepy. I really should have told you about all this earlier. I'm so sorry for putting you through this, Gianna. You apologized, so I'll let it go this time. But no more keeping things from me, okay? No matter what kind of trouble it is, don't try to handle it on your own. We have to keep each other informed. We're going to be married, so let's face things together. Thanks, Gianna. I'll make sure to talk to Avery and set things straight this time. No. If you reach out to Avery now, it'll be exactly what she wants. So let's just carry on as usual and not do anything. Do you think that'll be okay? We should probably just tell the venue she's a troublemaker and make sure they don't let her in. Other than that, let's focus on the wedding. You're right. I'll let the venue know what's going on. I'm really sorry for dragging you into this right before the wedding. I already forgave you, so there's no need to apologize anymore. Let's just focus on making sure our wedding goes off without a hitch. As long as we have a happy wedding and live our lives together, Avery will back off on her own. Good morning, Gianna. Are you already up? Huh? Avery? I knew you'd be up. Of course you are. Today's an important day for you. What do you want, texting me this early in the morning? Oh, come on. Don't be so cold. I just wanted to have a little chat, that's all. If you don't have anything important to say, please don't text me. It's my wedding day and I'm busy getting ready. Just so we're clear, neither I nor Dylan plan to invite you, so it's pointless to ask to come. Who said I'd ask for that? But I'm impressed you actually think your wedding will go off without a hitch. Canceling your wedding is the only thing that makes sense. What do you mean by that? I told you! Don't think this wedding is going to happen. Well, seems like you still don't realize, but I stole your dress and sold it off. What? I'm going to ruin your wedding. You sold my dress? That's right. But wow, you've got such old-fashioned taste. I mean, what 20-something bride picked such a plain dress? Well, with nothing to wear, I guess today's wedding is canceled. Serves you right. This is what you get for stealing Dylan from me. Wait a second. What do you mean you sold my dress? Exactly what it sounds like. I put your dress up on an online auction, and it ended up selling for way more than I expected. Excuse me? At first I thought, well, let's see if this sells. But the auction got heated. Before I knew it, it was going for tens of thousands of dollars. Can you believe it? What? I was shocked too. Turns out, your dress was worth more than I thought. I didn't expect to sell it for so much. But hey, now I've got some extra spending money. I can't believe this. Serves you right. Without a dress, the wedding is canceled, right? This is what you get for taking my man. But I'm wearing the dress. What? What are you talking about? I told you, I sold the dress. That was not mine. Huh? I can't believe you put it up for auction. Get it back right now. Wait a second. There's no way it's not yours. I'm Dylan's childhood friend, so I'm close with his parents too. That's how I know everything, including the fact that you trusted Dylan to take care of your wedding dress. What? As his childhood friend, I'm practically part of his family, so getting into his house is a piece of cake. While no one was home, I sneaked into the living room, took the dress off the wall, and sold it. How could you? I did leave it with him, but... See? It was your dress after all. But my dress wasn't stored in the living room. It was in the guest room we rarely use. What? And I actually picked up my dress the day before the wedding. What? Picked it up? Why? Well, I found out I'm pregnant, so just in case, I wanted to adjust the size of the dress to make it a little looser. My mom is a tailor, and she can handle dress alterations, so I picked it up last minute the day before the wedding. Wait a second! Then whose dress was that at Dylan's house? It was plain, sure, but it was pure white and clearly a wedding dress. That was his mother's dress. What? His mom's? When she married, her husband was really busy with work, so they never had a wedding. Dylan's father always regretted that and wanted to see her in a wedding dress and take pictures together someday. So Dylan suggested taking a family photo after our wedding to make a nice memory. That's why his mother's dress was at their house. No way! The venue staff was really excited to help with this, and Dylan's mom was so thrilled, preparing for her first time ever in a wedding dress. She must be so heartbroken now that it's been sold. How was I supposed to know that? Well, you're the one who made it confusing, so it's your fault. No, Avery. You're the only one at fault here. How are you planning to make this right? Make it right? I've already sold the dress and it's gone. I should be the one asking what I'm supposed to do. Then I'll tell you what to do, and you need to do it right away. What you need to do is get the dress back immediately and apologize to Dylan's parents. Get it back? But... Well, excuse me. Just make sure you retrieve it as soon as possible. We still have plenty of time before the wedding starts, so good luck. That's impossible! I already shipped it out by courier. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Avery, how's the dress situation? I'm trying my hardest to buy it back right now, but then you go and file a police report. My parents just called. The police are looking for me. Wow, the police actually act pretty fast, don't they? Don't mess with me. I'm doing exactly what you told me to. I'm trying desperately to get the dress back. I sold it online, so I rushed to the shipping center this morning to stop it. And now you've already filed a report? That's just cruel. Oh, really? That's surprising. What's that supposed to mean? Knowing you, I thought you would have run away by now. I'm trying this hard because I know I can't run away. Just hurry up and get the police report withdrawn. I'm so close to getting the dress back, so forgive me. I can't stop it now. What? So you should just give up. What do you mean, give up? You're the one who filed the report, so you can withdraw it, right? Since you filed it, just take it back. I didn't file the police report. It was Dylan's mother. What? No way! His mom did that? It seems she was much more attached to that wedding dress than we thought. It was a one-of-a-kind custom-made dress that her husband had especially made for her. After what you did, she's furious and says she'll never forgive you. I know she's got a kind side, but is she genuinely that furious? Of course she is. Dylan's mom has always been so kind to me ever since I was a kid. Our families would visit each other all the time, and she treated me like her own daughter. If I apologize, she'll forgive me. She has a message for you. You have been like family to us for years. That's exactly why I won't go easy on you. What? She's determined to take this all the way. Whether it's theft, robbery, whatever it is, she's going to make sure you pay for it. She wants you to reflect on how stupid your actions were. I'm reflecting! I've reflected enough already! So please, get her to drop the police report. I never thought it would turn into something this big. Save your excuses and apologies for the police station. Wait, I just wanted to stop you and Dylan from getting married. I didn't mean to ruin his mom's wedding dress. First of all, breaking into someone's house and selling their belongings without permission is beyond acceptable. But I didn't want to lose Dylan to anyone. Wait, maybe Dylan will help me. That's unlikely. Dylan is even angrier than his mom. No way! Is Dylan mad too? Well, we have a wedding to celebrate, so excuse me. I never expected such commotion on our wedding day, but the ceremony went off without any further issues. The venue was kind enough to let us postpone the post-wedding photos without any extra fees. A few days later, the wedding was safely returned to Dylan's mother, and we were able to take the family photos at the venue. Dylan's mother looked absolutely stunning in her wedding dress, and Dylan's father was deeply moved. However, neither Dylan's mother nor his father has forgiven Avery, and they have no intention of withdrawing the police report. As a result of this incident, even Avery's own parents have finally given up on her, leaving her completely alone. I hope she reflects on her actions and makes amends for her crime while at the police station. Liz, I'm coming over to your place now, so get ready. Mom, what's going on? I can't today. Can we do it another time? Are you refusing to let your mother visit? I didn't raise such a cold daughter. It's not that. It's just too sudden. I'm busy today. If you're at home, you can't be that busy. It's Saturday anyway. And besides, I'm already near your house. Why the sudden visit? You're such an ungrateful child. Normally, kids would be thrilled to hear their mother is coming over. Normally, parents give advance notice. Why do I need to give advance notice to visit my own child? Because I need to prepare too. Oh, I get it. Your place must be a mess, right? That's not true. Empty bottles and takeout containers lying around? Oh, how awful! Living in a dump? What a sloppy child. You're a girl. You should always keep your house tidy. My place isn't a mess. I clean every day. Then you shouldn't mind me dropping by suddenly. It's just inconvenient. I have plans. Plans? What could be more important than me visiting? That's not the point. Just give me a heads up next time. You're so difficult. Anyway, I'll be there soon, so wait for me. Sigh. So you're coming after all. Liz, I am so disappointed in you. Huh? Did I do something wrong? I made sure the place was clean and had drinks and snacks ready. Offering us cheap snacks from the supermarket is outrageous. Next time we visit, you should have cakes from a well-known patisserie ready. You're a girl, so you need to be more considerate. That's unreasonable. You told me you were coming at the last minute. I didn't have time to go out. You always have excuses. And what's with that terrible interior design? It's so bare and looks like a man's apartment. By the way, Mom, what exactly was the reason for your visit today? You just showed up and complained about my place, ate all the snacks I had, and then left. You even brought Dad along, too. Oh, did I forget to mention it? Yes, you did. Oops, my bad. You know how I can be such a scatterbrain. But Dad finds it cute. I don't have time to listen to you brag. I have work to do. It's a day off, isn't it? It's Saturday. I work from home as a freelancer. I work whenever I can. I don't have set hours like a regular job. I don't really get it. Anyway, We came over to talk about Wes. What about him? Is he changing jobs again? His last company didn't appreciate his talents. He's capable of so much more. But they kept him doing mundane tasks like organizing files. His boss must have been jealous of him. He's never stuck with anything for long. He's gained a lot of experience. So what about him? He's engaged. What? Engaged? I didn't know he had a girlfriend. We arranged a match with the daughter of some old friend of ours. You know, we come from a long line of distinguished ancestors. That's what you always say. But we don't have a large estate or significant assets. We are a noble family. Your great-grandfather was a city council member. There are many people like that. Being a city council member isn't that special. You really don't get it, do you? It's a person of high standing in the community. But does that even matter these days? It's not like it makes us wealthy. And what good is that title anyway? Be quiet. It's better than being an ordinary person. Wes is the heir of our family. Unlike you, we've raised him with the utmost care. He's meant to carry on our family legacy, and he's marrying a perfect girl. She's refined, comes from a good family, and is skilled in horse riding and golf. Such a refined lady agreed to marry Wes. Apparently, they both felt an instant connection. It must be the attraction of their noble bloodlines. I don't really get it, but tell him congratulations for me. I don't have his number. Of course not. I've told him only to give his personal information to people of high standing. I'm his sister, you know. You're a girl, so you can't inherit the family name. I wish you would just marry and stop using our family name. Is that something you say to your own daughter? Anyway, enough about you. His wedding is next month. It's in Tahiti. Next month? Tahiti? Wait, why is this so sudden? Didn't they just get engaged recently? What are you talking about? They met half a year ago. The wedding date was decided 3 months ago. I had no idea. It's not like it concerns you. Not my concern? I'm family, aren't I? Wasn't there a meeting between the families? I wasn't informed about that either. Why should you be? Isn't it supposed to involve all the family members? We did it without you. We met with her family. You don't need to attend the wedding either. Wait, not attending my own brother's wedding? Wouldn't the bride, a noble lady, care about that? We treat you as if you don't exist. We've introduced Wes as an only child. They're longtime family friends, right? They should know I exist. We even send family photos on our Christmas cards every year. You didn't notice? You're so clueless. We only use photos of me, Dad, and Wes on the Christmas cards. We've never included your name or picture. You're kidding. I always felt you valued Wes more than me. But to this extent? I wanted 2 boys. When you were born, I was so disappointed. Girls get married off and leave the family anyway. Traditionally, it's the boys who carry on the family name. Dad and I decided from the start that you didn't count. I can't believe this. So you don't need to attend Wes's wedding. Now to the main point. Since you're not coming, you need to give a $10,000 gift. 10,000? Are you serious? That's a ridiculous amount. It's the proper gift amount for a family member's wedding. I've never heard of such a thing. That's how it's done in our region. You're basically telling me I'm not family. So why should I give such a huge gift? It's for the heir of our family. It's only right. I'll come to your place at the beginning of next month to collect it. Have it ready by then. That's what I came to tell you today. I got sidetracked and forgot to mention it earlier. Wait a minute. 10,000 is a lot of money. Well, we're off to enjoy a lavish French dinner. Dad and I are having a rare date night. $10,000 by the beginning of next month. Got it? I can't do that. Hey, Mom? Mom! Mom, I need to ask you something. Please answer me. What? You're so persistent. I'm busy right now. Make it quick. Did you take my credit card? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. My credit card is missing from the house. I've been doing most of my shopping online lately, so I didn't notice it was gone until I saw the statement. I checked the spending on the card online, and it's a huge amount. Do you have any proof? You've always been quick to accuse without evidence. So, do you have proof? A week ago, there was a payment for a French dinner for two. There have also been a lot of online purchases for brand name items. I looked up the brands, and they're all ones you've always liked. That's just a coincidence, isn't it? That's not strong enough as evidence. Plus, I saw you with one of those brand name bags recently. You have quite the memory, but that still doesn't count as proof. And why are you accusing your own mother? You're treating me like a thief. I'm at the house now. What did you say? You took my key when I moved out, but Wes was here, so he let me in. I found my credit card in the valuables cabinet in the living room. Isn't that enough proof for you? Honestly, you've always been so ungrateful. You should consider giving your parents a credit card or two as a thank you. Why would I think that? Using someone else's credit card without permission is a crime. It's my daughter's card, so it's not a crime. What's yours is mine. What's mine is mine. Anyway, I've taken it back. You're so stingy. By the way, did you prepare $10,000? Huh? For Wes's wedding. I told you to prepare it as a gift. I was planning to come get it tonight. I haven't prepared it, and I want you to return the money you spent on shopping and dining. The $10,000 comes first. I can come by now if you'd like. I made friends with the building manager last time I was at your place. I told him I was your mother, so he'll let me into your apartment. Don't you dare. Don't try to enter my place when I'm not there. If you don't want that, get home quickly, prepare the money, and wait for me at the door. Dad and I will come over after we finish lunch. Stop it. You have until... Let's see. We'll take our time for lunch, so around 3 p.m. I can't believe this. Coming to your daughter's place to extort money? Don't say such misleading things. I'm just coming to collect what you're supposed to pay. See you later. How's it going, Liz? Still a slave to your remote work? Yes, I've been really busy lately, so I'm working all day today. Oh, really? I'm in Tahiti with Dad and Wes right now. We're enjoying our last bit of family time before the wedding. Once the bride arrives, we won't have this kind of time together anymore. You didn't prepare the money, So make sure you have it ready by the time we get back. By the way, I have some photos to show you. The food looks delicious. Isn't it luxurious? We're having a $500 per person dinner here. Just the three of us. And of course, it's all on your credit card. Mine? That's right. Didn't you realize it? I have my credit card with me. Yeah, right. What are you talking about? I took it when I was at your place last time. No, really, I have it with me. I just checked it. It's in my wallet. I even used it to make a payment earlier. How many cards do you have? I did take one from your wallet. The gold card. Oh, that's just a toy. What? A toy? What do you mean? Do you know what I do for a living? I design logos and other things for companies, mostly on the computer. And I decided to make a fake card as a project. A friend's kid loves playing pretend shopping. Pretend shopping? I wasn't selling them or anything. A friend asked me to make safe, non-functional cards for the kids to use. So I made a toy credit card for play. Oh my God! Kids love to imitate adults, right? Using a credit card for shopping is their latest fad. So I made a prototype for them. It looks real, but the card number is fake. And the expiration date says January 2100, right? No way! So this means... It's just a toy that can't be used anywhere. I thought anyone would see it right away. I really thought it was real. Maybe your poor eyesight kept you from seeing the expiration date. Shut up! It looked so real I couldn't tell. We plan to use it for our luxurious time in Tahiti. Enjoy your luxury on your own money. Wait, what are we supposed to do about our dinner bill? You'll have to pay for it yourselves. We didn't bring that much cash with us. What? No cash? We thought we could rely on your credit card. What were you thinking? What about Wes? He didn't even bring his wallet. Whenever we go out, we always pay for him. Then you'll have to ask his fiancée or her family for help. There's no way we can do something so embarrassing. You bragged about paying for his entire wedding, didn't you? How do you know that? How are you planning to manage without the money? Are you going to use up all your savings? It's the heir's wedding. Of course we'll use up our savings. And you plan to use my credit card to live lavishly in the meantime? After using up your savings, you thought you could use me as a cash cow? If you know that, then give us the money. Help us out in this situation now. That's not possible. You're in Tahiti. There's nothing I can do. It's your fault we're in this mess. This is your own doing. Making me use a fake credit card? You're such an ungrateful daughter. Do you want to be disowned? I'd welcome it. Wait, what? I was planning to cut ties with you all anyway. I'm moving far away from the family home too. Moving away? Yes, so I won't have to deal with you anymore. Oh, and I'll be getting back all the money you spent using my card. I'm already proceeding with a civil lawsuit. Hold on. A lawsuit? Do you know what will happen to us if you do that? So, you might go bankrupt after using up your savings for the Tahiti wedding and not being able to come up with the money? So, you do realize how much you spent on my credit card. Listen, Liz, I won't ask for $10,000 as a gift anymore. Let's settle for $5,000, a reasonable amount. That's still too much. Fine, $500 is okay. Just don't proceed with the lawsuit. Do you want to make our family unhappy? Did you ever consider me part of the family? I'll acknowledge you as family from now on. You're earning well, aren't you? You're definitely our child. We could even live together from now on. Aren't you happy? No, thank you. You made it clear I was never really part of the family. I've never been included in any family photos or Christmas cards. So it shouldn't be a problem if I cut ties and disappear. Now I need to prepare for my move. Wait! At least, help us pay the bill here. Come on, Liz. I'll apologize for everything. What are we going to do? We can't pay $500 each. Liz, please, help us. My parents, in a desperate situation, had to call the fiancé's family and ask them to cover the bill. For people who had always put on airs, this must have been incredibly difficult, but they had no one else to turn to and had to swallow their pride. The wedding went ahead as planned, but shortly afterward, Wes and his wife separated. When I filed the lawsuit, her family found out about my existence and all the things my parents had done to me. Wes was furious, saying that his rosy future was ruined by our parents, but he was also complicit in trying to use my card for their lavish spending. They all got what they deserved.
Chloe, do you have a minute now? I'd like to talk to you about some things. Huh? What do you want? Lately, only luxury brand clothes have been missing from my room, and I thought it was a bit strange. So I checked it out. I found out that you've been selling my clothes on an online market site without my permission. What's going on? Hey, what an accusation towards your mother-in-law. Do you have any proof that I did that? Of course I do. I checked the address on the site account I found, and it was this house. And when I looked at the items for sale from the account, they were all clothes that were missing from my room. I also saw you taking cardboard boxes to ship them out several times. Why did you do that? What? So you already found out. As expected, even you, an idiot, noticed it, didn't you? No, I noticed that my clothes have clearly decreased. Did you just go ahead and sell my clothes to make some extra money? Yes, but what are you complaining about? I have nothing but complaints. I really can't believe it. If it's your own stuff, it's okay. But stop selling other people's stuff without permission. It's not any different from being a thief. Shut up! It's all your fault that things turned out this way. Huh? What do you mean it's my fault? I don't get it. Because of you, my son Grant recently decreased my allowance. I am unemployed now, and it is a matter of life and death for me to have my son cut my allowance. I was earning my allowance by selling your clothes because you screwed me over. I mean, you got what you deserved. That's absolutely crazy. To begin with, you came to live with us last year out of the blue. We were supposed to take care of you temporarily because you had no income, and yet you don't seem to be looking for a job at all. And to be honest, it's hard to support you when we don't have enough money in the household. That's not true. It is the duty of a son and his wife to support their mother. There is no way that Grant couldn't support me. So the reason we can't afford to make a living is because you, the wife, is wasting money. I only make money by selling the lazy wife's clothes. It's no use trying to get rid of me like that. No, it's true. Even Grant said that our life is really tough while you are around, so we can't increase the allowance any more than it is now. He told me during our discussion that he honestly wants you to leave. Bullshit! That's just you who is talking. There's no way that Grant would say such a thing. It's all true. To be honest, both Grant and I are troubled by your presence. Please, it's time for you to get out of our house or at least get a job and provide for your own living expenses. Huh? Who do you think you are talking to? You are the wife and I am your mother-in-law. Do you understand who is more important? I can't do anything anymore because of your unwanted comments to Grant. So, in the first place, an adult doesn't use an allowance to go play around. We really can't afford to keep paying your living expenses any longer. If you want to play around after retirement, that's fine. But you are still young enough to work. Instead of relying on us, why don't you become independent? I'm not going to be lectured by a freeloader like you. You make fun of people saying they don't have a job, but you're the same. If you're not going to increase my allowance, I'm going to continue to sell your stuff to make money. Hey, Mom, I heard you were selling Faith's stuff to make some extra money. That kind of thing really bothers her. So will you please stop it? Huh? What? Are you taking her side by any chance? I'm your mother. You're just taking orders from that mean wife of yours and bullying me because you have no choice, aren't you? You really want to be nice to me, but you can't do it in front of her, can you? Your mother knows exactly what is going on. What are you talking about, Mother? You just can't go and sell someone's personal belongings, right? And I heard they were quite expensive luxury brand clothes. Faith was quite shocked to have her favorite clothes sold behind her back. That's why I apologized on your behalf. To be honest, she would have wanted you to pay for what you sold, but this time she said she would only confiscate the proceeds. So, could you apologize to Faith and give her the proceeds? There's no way that's gonna happen. Ha! Why should I give the money back to that person? Because it wasn't your money to begin with. She says she'll forgive you with just the proceeds, so you should be grateful. Grant, you don't have to listen to that no-good wife of yours. The clothes she bought in the first place were bought with money you earned. The money I got from selling them is also your money, my son's money, and more importantly, his mother's money. More to the point, it was originally my money as well as your mother. Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. Anyway, I don't have to pay back the money to that no-good wife of yours. You should act on your own, not just obeying her. Grant, you are the head of the family. You have the right to decide everything about the household. That's not right. She's always taking care of me. She's taking care of you? You mean you're the one who takes care of her, right? Anyway, you're living with us, so you're going to have to learn how to behave properly. Otherwise, I'm really going to kick you out. What's wrong with you? Has your wife brainwashed you? Wake up for a minute. I haven't been brainwashed. Don't cause me any more trouble with Faith. We are here now thanks to her hard work. If that no-good wife of yours were gone, everything would be solved, right? Then I'll take over and do something about it. Come on, you're not listening to me at all. Don't do anything to make it worse. Just hurry up and become independent. I'd love to take care of you in your old age, but honestly, we've got our hands full with just our own lives right now. To be honest, it's a pain in the ass for you to stay with us forever. This is a very brainwashed person. Just hold on while your mother saves you. I'd do anything for my dearly beloved son. Oh, God. For God's sake, Mom, you are the one who should wake up and realize the situation. Hey, where are you right now? Where? I'm out right now. What can I do for you? Well, what is this? I see a lot of cardboard boxes. The contents of these cardboard boxes are all your stuff. I'm going to get rid of all these boxes now. If all this stuff is gone, the house will be so much nicer. Huh? Why are you doing that? Because if you leave this house, I won't have to worry about living expenses, right? I'm the only one who will need to be provided for. You're a useless wife who only wants money, so get the hell out of the house. You are getting divorced, you useless wife, a freeloader and someone who doesn't know her place in life. Thank you for packing. It saved me a lot of trouble. What? Packing? Did you mean you were going to move out of the house yourself? Yes, I was. You can take a hint once in a while, can't you? You finally realized that you are a nuisance to our family. Well then, before that, get this garbage together and get out of here. I'm leaving, but you guys better pack your bags. I'm sure you guys will have to leave that house too. Huh? What are you talking about? Of course not. Don't say crazy things just because you're frustrated that you're the only one who's getting kicked out. Are you just a sore loser at the end of the day? How pathetic. It's true. You are such a horrible person. I won't help you if you get into trouble. What? What do you mean? Actually, Grant and I just got divorced yesterday. Divorced from Grant? Seriously? That's great! I knew he would leave you because you were a bad wife, right? It seems like Grant has finally gotten over his wife's brainwashing and is now a sane person. Brainwashing? I don't really know what you're talking about. It's more like I gave up on him and confronted him with the divorce. You're talking big for a bad wife. No, you don't know why I decided to divorce him, do you? What reason is that? The reason is that Grant quit his job 6 months ago. Huh? Grant had quit his job? So you're saying he's unemployed now? Then you are freeloader and Grant is unemployed? So how can you make a living? Don't tell me you are in debt or something. I am not a freeloader. I've been using the money I earned from my novelist job to cover our usual living expenses and so on. Incidentally, I was also paying the allowance and living expenses for you, not Grant. Oh, is that so? You are always at home, so I thought you were a freeloader. Faith, if you're working, why didn't you tell me? I did, but you wouldn't believe me, calling it a lie and saying I was being vain. I'm not a very successful novelist myself, and to be honest, it was hard for me, but I was putting up with you because you were my husband's mother, and I thought it couldn't be helped. But I was running out of patience with that too. Why? Because I found out that Grant was having an affair. Also, I couldn't stand your attitude anymore, so I decided to divorce him. From here on, you'll have to work together as an unemployed parent and child. Wait a minute! My stupid son did a bad thing. From now on, I'll do whatever you say. Just don't ask me to leave. You were telling me to leave just a minute ago. What's wrong with you? You even went to the trouble of packing, didn't you? It seems I'm a distraction to both of you, so I'll leave as you wish. No! It's just that I won't forgive you now just because you've changed your mind. You will not be able to pay the rent without an income, and I'm sure you will be evicted from the house sooner or later. I suggest you to find a job as soon as possible. Hey, please! I apologize for everything I've done, but please come back home. I hate working, so please come back to the house. I can do anything but work, but I'll help you. I won't sell your clothes without your permission anymore. A small allowance is fine. There's no way I can do that. I won't go back because I don't want to see you guys ever again. So take care. Goodbye. Wait! Don't abandon us. I'll tell Grant to be well behaved, so please come back. After that, I had the movers move all of my belongings that Chloe had packed up, and I moved from the house we had been living in to my new home. At that time, Chloe desperately tried to stop me, but I ignored her and left the house. I then demanded money from Chloe for the clothes she had sold without my permission, and alimony from my ex-husband for having an affair. As a result, both my ex-husband and Chloe were in debt, and neither of them had any income. They were unable to pay the rent on the house they were living in and were evicted. Although my ex-husband was able to go to his lover's house, Chloe had nowhere to go since her ex-husband had abandoned her, and she is now living a homeless life. Her parents were furious with her and kicked her out because she had been living a deadbeat life at their home without a job. She is unable to return to her parents' house and lives at bus stops, in parks, and under the bridges.
Hey, Lisa, give me $5,000 right now. It's urgent.
Huh? What are you talking about? Where am I supposed to pull that kind of money from all of a sudden?
Don't you remember? I told you I wanted a new car. If I put the down payment in by tomorrow, I can get this limited edition model. I'm not letting this chance slip away.
Wait, a car?
I've had my car for 10 years. It's about time for an upgrade, don't you think? You've been hoarding savings for no reason, so why not put it to good use?
Hold on, what? That savings is for bills and emergencies. It's not your personal hobby fund.
Excuse me? You do realize I go to work every single day, right? If I didn't have my car to get to work, you wouldn't be living your comfy little life either.
What? That has nothing to do with this. Besides, the car you have now still runs fine. There's no real reason you have to replace it.
Of course there is. New cars get way better gas mileage, Plus, they have all kinds of safety features. Some even have self-driving tech now. That's pretty sweet, right?
This isn't about convenience. It's about whether we actually need it.
Oh, we need it. If my commute gets easier, that's a win for both of us, isn't it? You could try thinking about me for once.
I did think about you, and I decided we absolutely don't need a new car.
Excuse me? You're completely useless. Do you even know why you're a stay-at-home wife?
Okay, hold up. I'm not a stay-at-home wife. I work part-time. I handle all the housework, and I'm also taking care of your dad. You do realize that, right?
That's just basic stuff. You're the woman. Housework is your job, isn't it? I'm the one making the money. So how about showing a little appreciation?
Okay then, let me ask you something. What do you actually do around the house? Have you ever helped with chores? Or how about that time I was sick in bed? Did you lift a finger to help?
Well, I mean, I'm busy with work and...
Being busy doesn't magically excuse you from doing anything at home, does it? And I've told you a million times to stop wasting money. I'm the one managing our finances.
I'm the one making the money, so what's wrong with me spending it however I want? That savings you're so proud of? It's only possible because of my paycheck.
Excuse me? That savings is from my part-time job, thank you very much.
Yeah, well, if I wasn't paying the bills, you wouldn't have time for a part-time job. The only reason you can work at all is because I'm keeping this household afloat.
Wow, that's a seriously messed up way of thinking. Running a household is something both of us are responsible for. And this whole life we built? It's because both of us are working hard.
Whatever. Let's settle this another way. Give me 10 grand from your savings. I'll invest it and double your money.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking. You don't know the first thing about investing, do you? If you just let me handle it, we'd have way more money, and everybody wins.
Seriously? Didn't you lose a fortune in Forex trading just the other day? And you still haven't learned your lesson?
That was just a temporary slip-up. This time I've got it all figured out.
I'm done. This conversation is pointless.
Ugh, unbelievable. You've gotten so damn boring. You used to do everything for me.
Yeah, well, you used to be a slightly better human being.
What did you just say?
Enough. And for the record, don't expect a single dime from me. My savings aren't your personal fun money.
Excuse me? You're only able to live like this because I support you, so the least you could do is help me out a little.
This conversation's over. We don't have money to waste on your nonsense. This is unbelievable. I'm honestly speechless. Do you have any idea how rude you were?
Huh?
I seriously can't deal with this anymore. Matthew, don't you feel the slightest bit ashamed in front of your dad?
Where is this coming from? What are you even talking about?
What am I talking about? Seriously? Your behavior at the funeral, that's what. You and your mom sitting there loudly talking about the inheritance. That is not something you discuss in the middle of a funeral. Your dad spent his whole life taking care of this family, and that's how you send him off? People came to pay their respects, but all they could hear was you two going on about money. Do you have any idea how uncomfortable that made everyone?
Oh, I mean, I get it, but it's an important topic, isn't it? We need to think about what comes next, and we can't just ignore the inheritance. It's not like talking about it later changes anything, so what's the difference?
Are you kidding me? The least you could have done was focus on saying goodbye properly until the funeral was over. Your dad had just passed away, and all you and your mom could talk about was money. Do you have any idea how disgusted everyone was watching you two?
Oh, come on, nobody said anything. Nobody got mad, so you're overreacting.
They weren't staying quiet because they agreed. They were so disgusted they didn't even know what to say. That's how awful you and Karen were acting.
Okay, but seriously, is this worth getting so worked up about? My dad's already gone. It's not like feelings matter anymore.
How can you even say something like that? You used to respect your dad so much.
Yeah, of course I did. He could be stubborn, sure, but he had a strong backbone. He was that old school, tough love kind of dad, and I actually like that about him. He never sugarcoated anything, and he always stood up for what he believed in.
Then why did you act like that?
Look, that was a long time ago. By the end, he was just a senile old man you had to take care of. He wasn't that strong, intimidating dad anymore. The guy I respected, he was long gone. Honestly, it was disappointing.
You do realize he couldn't help that he got sick and needed care, right? And for the record, to me, your dad was a great person until the very end. Even when his body got weak, he never stopped being kind. He thanked me all the time, and even in his final moments, all he cared about was his family. How could you look at him like that and just write him off as some useless old man?
Oh, really? Well, that's not how I saw it. Lisa, you took care of him, so you're probably just romanticizing him a little too much. For me, I wanted him to stay cool, you know? Watching him turn weak and completely dependent on other people. At that point, he didn't even feel like my dad anymore.
What are you even saying? Everyone gets old eventually. Just because you couldn't accept that doesn't give you the right to trash him like this. Matthew, you heard what he said at the end, didn't you?
Oh, what was it again? Something about how a person's worth isn't about how they look, it's about who they are inside? Yeah, stuff like that doesn't really do it for me.
Well, it should. Yeah, from the outside, sure. He looked weak. His body wasn't working like it used to, and maybe he didn't talk as much either. But does that decide someone's worth? Because inside he still had that strength, that kindness, all the things that made him who he was. Even when his body gave out, he never stopped caring about his family. How could you miss that? He even told you, didn't he? He wanted you to be that kind of man who sees what really matters. Not just surface level stuff, but the things that actually count.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're just putting him on a pedestal. You're twisting everything to make it sound inspiring, but that's all in your head. There was nothing left of the man he used to be. Yeah, maybe he was impressive back in the day, but by the end, he was just some old man. Watching him like that didn't make me feel anything. Honestly, I didn't even feel sad. He's got nothing to do with my life anymore. Why waste my time getting emotional over someone who's already gone? And don't even pretend. After 20 years of taking care of him, you're probably relieved it's over. Come on, admit it. Deep down, you feel free, don't you?
Why would you say something like that? You're unbelievable.
Whatever. Call me unbelievable if you want. If you want to sit there and get all emotional, knock yourself out. That's your problem, not mine. I'm done wasting my time on you. I'm not wasting my time on pointless crap like this. I've got actual work to do, so I'm out. Hey Lisa, you planning on coming home anytime soon? How long are you going to stay out? When are you actually coming back? I told you this morning, I've got something important to talk about. Mom and I have been waiting for you to get home.
I was out apologizing to all the relatives and your dad's friends. Everyone who was furious about how you two acted at the funeral. I went to each person, explained everything, and apologized face to face. Honestly, it was exhausting. Physically and mentally. I just finished, so I'm heading home now.
Oh, that's what you were doing? Well, thanks for that.
Thanks for that. Do you ever stop to think about how other people see you? Your dad was a good man who cared about everyone, and so many people loved and respected him. And then you and Karen acted like that. Do you have any idea what people must have thought? Just because you're family doesn't mean you can trash him like that and expect no one to care. Can you seriously not imagine how that looks? Or is imagining things just too much work for you?
I mean, you already cleaned up the mess, right? That's not something I or my mom have to deal with anymore. You're good at that kind of thing anyway. It suits you, doesn't it?
And why does it always come to this? I only did all that because you two refused to take responsibility. Normally, you clean up your own mess. That's just basic decency. And just because I apologized doesn't mean everything magically disappears. You do realize you and Karen burned a lot of bridges, right? That's not something you can just erase.
Yeah, my bad, okay? Oh, and actually, you don't even need to come home.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, now that my dad's gone, there's no more caregiving to do, right? Which means there's no reason for you to be here anymore. I was planning to tell you when you got back, but basically, you're useless now. You're just in the way, honestly. Both Mom and I are completely sick of looking at your face. You bring the whole mood down.
And that's your important conversation? Are you saying you want a divorce?
Exactly. Divorce. Man, it feels good to finally say it. Oh, and don't worry. I've already got my next wife lined up. She's younger, prettier, and way more fun than you. On top of that, she actually knows how to take care of a house, and she respects me like a man should be respected. She's perfect. With a wife like that coming in, We're trading you out. Mom and I are so done seeing your face every day. I'm marrying my new wife, so pack your stuff and be out by tonight.
You can't just drop something like that and expect me to say, okay, sure, and walk away. And about this so-called new wife, if you've already got someone lined up, that means you've been cheating, right? We need to have a real conversation about that, so I am coming home.
No need. And actually, you're not even getting inside the house. So yeah, just forget about it.
Matthew, are you awake? Are you seriously out of your mind? I never thought you'd actually pull something like this. You seriously locked me out of my own house? You won't even talk to me?
I never said that. It's just, when you get mad, you start ranting, and it takes forever. I really don't feel like sitting through all that. It's exhausting. And by the way, where did you even stay last night? I figured you went back to your parents' place or something.
You know my parents' house isn't exactly around the corner, right? I ended up crashing at Eva's place last night. I had no other option. It was super last minute, so I probably caused her trouble, but I didn't really have a choice.
Seriously? Don't go burdening your daughter like that. You're her mom. Doesn't that bother you even a little?
And whose fault do you think this is? You really think I wanted to leave my own house? Anyway, we need to talk about this divorce and this new wife situation first. You turned my entire life upside down. You owe me an explanation.
An explanation, huh? But if I'm honest, aren't you just going to end up crying? I'm really not good with that kind of thing.
It wasn't just the caregiving. I worked my butt off running this house too. No matter how tired I was, I made sure the house was clean and things ran smoothly. I took care of everything for this family, every single day. Even squeezed in a part-time job when I could. For the past 20 years, ever since I moved in with your parents, I've given this family everything I had. I don't think I ever did anything to deserve being thrown out like this. So if I made some huge mistake, I'd really love to know what it was.
Look, I'm not saying you didn't work hard. You did. I'll give you that. But just working hard at chores and stuff? That's not enough. People change after all these years, don't they?
Change? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, like, for example, you used to be gorgeous. Everyone knew it. But ever since you started taking care of my dad, you've totally let yourself go. Now people actually think I'm younger than you, even though I'm 5 years older. Honestly, how do you think that makes me feel? I get it. You were busy with my dad, with Eva, with the house. But as a woman, isn't that kind of embarrassing? When I compare you now to how you used to be, it's like you're a completely different person. I always wanted a life where I could brag about having a young, beautiful wife. But now, people look at me and think I'm stuck with some worn-out old lady.
Hold on a second. Wait, what? You cheated on me and decided to divorce me. All because of how I look?
Of course. I married you because you were beautiful, fun, and had such a great personality. Even my friends were jealous and I was proud to show you off. But now, you've got gray hairs, you always look exhausted, and you've completely lost your confidence. What happened to you? You used to smile all the time. You lit up every room you walked into. Now you're just plain. The wife I was so proud of is gone. Honestly, I feel like I got scammed. I signed up for a lifetime with a young, beautiful version of you, but that's the deal I thought I was getting.
Look, I'm not blind. I know I've changed. But cheating on me and deciding on divorce without even talking about it? Seriously? Yeah, I know I don't look like I did when we first got married. But every gray hair, every wrinkle, that's proof of all the years I spent holding your family together. And if all you see is some scam or old lady, then you never understood a damn thing. Honestly, I'm just beyond disappointed. Have you ever stopped to think about everything I gave up to keep this family afloat?
Say whatever you want. I was embarrassed to even be seen with you. Everywhere we went, people assumed I was younger. Some even thought we weren't married. Do you know how pathetic that made me feel? But my new wife? She's perfect. Young, gorgeous, someone I can proudly show off to the world. When we walk together, we actually look like a couple, and going out is fun again. It's like everything feels brighter when I'm with her. Just having a beautiful woman by my side lifts my whole mood. At the end of the day, a woman's gotta stay beautiful. That's just the truth. Not like you, all dried up and lifeless.
Marriage isn't just about looks. Did you forget what your dad always used to say? That a person's worth comes from who they are, not what they look like? Even the most beautiful person loses their shine if they're ugly inside. And no matter how much someone's appearance changes, if they have a good heart, their true value never fades. Do you seriously not get that?
Are you serious? Of course looks matter. God, you're so annoying.
Oh, is that right? Fine. I'll accept the divorce and I'll leave the house too. But just so you know, you and Karen just ruined your own lives.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Alright, sweet. Glad we got that settled. You can handle all the paperwork, okay?
Elisa, so what's your plan now?
Huh?
I mean, how exactly are you going to survive? Matthew just told me you guys are officially getting divorced. Honestly, it's about time, right? Matthew was practically glowing when he said, "Finally, I'm free." He looked so happy about it.
Is that so? So just to confirm, you're completely on board with this divorce too, Karen?
Oh, of course I am. Matthew and I are totally on the same page. I'm all for it. I mean, now that my husband's gone and there's no more caregiving to do, why would we need you here?
You've really changed, Karen. There was a time when you used to call me your perfect daughter-in-law.
Oh, back then you were my perfect daughter-in-law. I used to brag about you to all the neighbors and our relatives. I tell everyone Lisa is so beautiful, so thoughtful. She's just wonderful. Even people around us would say, "What a gorgeous and intelligent daughter-in-law you have. You must be so proud." And let me tell you, I loved hearing that.
So just like Matthew, you're saying this is all because of how I look now.
What else would it be? Of course it's about that. Everyone wants a daughter-in-law they can show off, not one they have to be embarrassed about. Matthew is, and always has been, a wonderful son to both me and his father. So when his wife ends up looking like some tired old lady, it's humiliating, honestly. You could have at least tried to keep up your appearance.
Well, Karen, maybe you see Matthew as some perfect son, but I can promise you, his father definitely didn't see him that way.
What's that? Sour grapes? But honestly, none of this even matters anymore. It's not like your opinion means anything to me now. My husband used to be pretty impressive too, but look how he ended up. Honestly, you and him both were a total disappointment.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
Honestly, the only reason you've been hanging around is that you had a job to do, looking after my husband. But that's all in the past now. So it's time for you to take a back seat and let my fabulous new daughter-in-law take the lead.
Thanks for being so brutally honest. It's actually a huge relief. Now I won't lose a second of sleep feeling guilty about leaving this family behind. Karen, I'm sure you've got a tough road ahead, but best of luck.
Wow, bitter much? That's just pathetic. Let's be real. You're the one who's in trouble here. Imagine getting dumped at your age. Good luck with that, sweetheart.
The past few days have been absolute chaos, but I think I can finally breathe again.
What?
The divorce papers have already been filed and officially processed. All that's left is the settlement. My lawyer will be in touch soon, so make sure you respond.
Oh, the settlement. Right. Yeah, got it. It's annoying, but I guess I'll throw you a little cash. We got Dad's inheritance, so I can afford to be generous for once. Besides, I want to wrap this up clean and fast. I'm moving on to my new life. You should probably do the same. Honestly, you'll need that money just to get by.
Thanks for agreeing to pay, but Matthew, about your dad's inheritance, don't tell me you still haven't actually checked it.
Huh? Checked what?
What do you think? Your dad's inheritance. After all the noise you made about the inheritance this and the inheritance that, I'm shocked you didn't even bother to look into it.
Why would I rush? It's obviously all going to go to me and Mom anyway, so there's no reason to stress about it.
Well, just so you know, you and Karen are barely getting anything.
What? Oh, you mean the money. Whatever, I wasn't counting on cash. As long as we have this house and the land, we're set. With a roof over our heads, we'll be just fine. Even if I have to pay you off a little, as long as we hold on to this place, Mom and my new wife will be sitting pretty.
Yeah, about that. This house and this land? They're mine.
What? Hold up. What the hell are you talking about? That's impossible. And not even funny as a joke. This house and this land? My dad bought them when I was a kid. This is the house I grew up in, so obviously it's mine to inherit. And just for the record, you're my wife. You don't have any legal right to my dad's inheritance. So quit making stuff up.
I don't need to inherit anything. This house and land already belong to me. Because your dad gave them to me before he passed.
He what? Wait, why? Why the hell would he give it to you? Nobody told me anything about this. Shouldn't he have talked to his own son first? That's insane!
It was about 3 years ago, if I remember right. Your dad just suddenly told me. He said he wanted me to have this house and the land. He even paid all the gift taxes himself. So yeah, this house and land are mine now. Neither you nor Karen have any claim to them.
No. There's no way that's true. I mean, think about it. That makes no sense. My dad never said a word about any of this. And why the hell would he tell you something that important and not me?
You could always have an attorney look into the estate records. You'll find out pretty quickly. Honestly, I'm more shocked that after all that yelling about the inheritance, you never even bothered to check.
Well, I mean, I just assumed the house and land would automatically go to me. It was a no-brainer. I figured it was mine, no need to dig into anything. It never even crossed my mind to check.
Well, sorry to break it to you, but that's the situation. I'm planning to sell the house and the land pretty soon, so you and Karen should start packing.
Lisa, what the hell is going on? You owe me an explanation.
Huh?
What do you mean my husband handed it over to you before he passed away? Why would he leave the house and land he bought to you? He never mentioned anything like that. This is ridiculous.
Well, I suppose I should explain the situation to you, Karen. But honestly, you and Matthew brought this on yourselves.
Brought it on ourselves? I'm the one who took care of this house. Why would he give it away to you without saying a word to me?
When your husband first started needing care, you were helping out too, remember? At the beginning, you and I worked together to take care of him. We both did our part. But that didn't last long. As the years went on, you gradually lost interest. You started ignoring him completely. And eventually, you dumped all the housework and all the caregiving on me.
I couldn't stand watching him get weaker every day. It was too painful for me. Seeing him like that was unbearable.
Oh, please, spare me the sudden act. That's not how you really felt, was it? It wasn't that you couldn't bear it. You just didn't want to deal with it.
Excuse me? What the hell do you know about how I felt? There's no way you could understand what I was going through.
Actually, I do. Because your husband told me himself. He heard you and Matthew talking about the inheritance loud and clear, saying things like, the sooner he dies, the better. And once we sell the house and land, we can finally live the good life. Did it never cross your mind how he would feel hearing that? A man who was fighting to hold on and stay alive for his family. Did you ever once think about how cruel that must have felt to him?
Even so, giving the house and land to you, the daughter-in-law, is insane. I was his wife, and Matthew was his only son. Obviously, we should come first. No matter what we said, we're still family. That should matter more than anything.
Well, unlike the two of you, I actually cared for him all the way until the very end. That's exactly why he chose me over you two. Even when my looks changed, he told me my heart never did. But you and Matthew, your hearts changed completely. So that's why
he gave you everything? Are you kidding me? There's no way this is right. I'm his wife, for God's sake. Why would he pass over me and his own son just to give everything to you? I've stood by him for decades. We built this life together in this house. This is our home. How could he do this to me? Why would he treat me like this?
Of course, your husband knew all of that. He knew how long you stood by his side. But in the end, I think what hurt him more was seeing how ugly the two of you had become. Because as he grew weaker, neither you nor Matthew ever stepped up to care for him. Instead, you sat right there in the house openly talking about his inheritance, treating him like some kind of burden. Why would he ever want to leave this house to people who treated him like that? He actually told me more than once that I should divorce Matthew and leave this house for good.
He said that? He never once said anything like that to me.
This whole divorce, the new wife and everything, you two had this planned for a while now, didn't you? Your husband knew all about that too. That's exactly why he kept telling me I should leave. Just like you two were planning to throw me away. Your husband had already written you two off.
If that's true, then why the hell did you stay? That makes no sense.
Because I owed him that much. After everything he did for me, I couldn't just walk away when things got hard. I could never turn my back on someone who trusted me like that. But now that things have come to this, there's no point holding on any longer. Your husband told me, if you ever betrayed me like this, I could do whatever I wanted with the house and land. So I've made my decision. I'm selling both. You might want to start preparing for what's coming.
Lisa, answer me.
What's this about now?
Don't play dumb. I just finished digging into my dad's estate. Got all the details. And just like you said, there's barely any money, and the house and land aren't even ours. On top of that, you're seriously planning to sell everything?
That's right. That's the plan. Why?
Why? Are you kidding me? I was finally about to start my new life. My dad was gone. You were out of the picture. And I was ready for a fresh start with my new wife and mom. We were supposed to have this happy, carefree life ahead of us. Everything was supposed to be perfect, and now this? You're ruining all of it. You have no right to destroy our happiness.
Oh, I totally agree. Nobody has the right to take away someone else's happiness. That's exactly why I'm not taking away anything. All I'm doing is selling off a house and land that legally belong to me. Nothing more. So tell me, what right do you have to stick your nose into my property?
You are taking away our happiness. And on top of that, you're demanding a massive settlement. If I have to pay that kind of money, we won't even be able to start over. At this rate, we're completely screwed. Please just stop all of this.
You cheated on me. And if we're using your logic, all I'm doing is chasing my own happiness. Didn't you throw me away so you could live however you wanted? You're my ex-husband now. You have no right to tell me how to live my life.
Still, this is too much. I know we messed up, but this is just cruel. You're completely heartless. You could leave the house alone. You could drop the settlement. We're divorced now, so just leave us alone.
In case you forgot, let me spell it out for you. I was cheated on and thrown out of my own home. I'm almost 50 and now I have to rebuild my life from scratch. If I want any chance at happiness again, I need money to make that happen. I also want to be able to help Eva and her family when they need me, so yeah, you'll have to deal with it.
So you're just going to take everything from us? That's insane.
The only ones acting insane here are you two. You dumped everything on me, tossed me aside like trash, and treated your own father like he was nothing. I warned you, didn't I? I told you to think about how your actions would look to everyone else. But you ignored that. And this is the price. So now, you're going to shut up and deal with it.
Lisa, you were technically still my daughter-in-law, right? Please, you have to help me.
What?
I just can't do this anymore.
Karen, where is this coming from all of a sudden?
Don't act like this has nothing to do with you. This is all your fault. You took the house and the land, and now we're in a complete mess. Do you have any idea what it feels like to be kicked out of the home you lived in for decades?
Could you stop twisting the story to make me the villain here? All I did was sell property that legally belonged to me. I didn't steal anything. I just exercised my rights, fair and square.
And let's not forget the settlement we have to pay. Thanks to that, Matthew and I are completely ruined. You have no idea how we're living right now.
Do you still inherit at least some of your husband's money? And between Matthew's paycheck and your social security, you were able to rent an apartment. I know all about it. That hardly sounds like ruined to me. If you have a roof over your head, food to eat, and clothes on your back, that's not exactly the end of the world, is it?
It's not just any apartment. It's a total dump. We went from living in a big, comfortable house to being crammed into this tiny, rundown place. I can't stand it. And on top of the settlement, that woman Matthew brought in burned through all his money. She promised him some glamorous lifestyle, but all she did was treat him like her personal ATM. Then the second the money ran out, she disappeared without a trace. It's like she was only after his money from the very start. Now Matthew and I are barely scraping by. Oh, so that's why she paid off the settlement so quickly. Still, I imagine she's probably struggling herself at this point. That being said, all of this is her own fault. It's got nothing to do with me. You both made your choices, so now you have to live with the consequences. That's how life works, right? That's not the only problem. Since his marriage fell apart, Matthew's completely spiraled. He's constantly angry, throwing stuff around the apartment and screaming over every little thing. And after the way we acted at the funeral, none of the relatives will even speak to us. No matter how many times I ask for help, all they say is you brought this on yourselves. Living with Matthew now is nothing but endless fighting, and there's no one left for me to turn to. Well, that doesn't surprise me. The only reason you and Matthew ever got along was because of me. I was the one standing in the middle, absorbing all your selfishness and tantrums. That's the only reason you didn't tear each other apart. Now that I'm gone, of course you're going to clash. What? What the hell are you saying? You knew this would happen? Of course I did. You and Matthew, you're both completely self-centered. The only reason your relationship held together was because I was there to act as your punching bag. Without me, it was only a matter of time before you two turned on each other. If you knew all that, then do something. If this keeps up, Matthew and I are seriously done for. Honestly, watching the way you two treat each other is downright toxic. It breaks my heart to see what's become of this family your husband worked so hard to build. That part, I won't lie, it does make me sad. Then help us, please! Let's be clear, the only people who destroyed this family with their greed are you two. You need to carry that weight, live with the regret, and spend the rest of your lives reflecting on your choices. That's the only way you can ever truly honor your husband's memory.
Hey Lisa, quit ignoring me. I've been calling you over and over. What the hell is your problem? This isn't funny.
Oh, my bad. Karen's been calling nonstop too since yesterday. I've had my phone on silent the whole time. Honestly, listening to the same sob story on repeat is exhausting. But wow, I just checked my phone. That's a ridiculous amount of missed calls. How many times did you actually call me? So what do you want?
I'm sure you already heard from Mom. We're seriously in trouble over here. We're barely scraping by, and Mom and I are fighting every single day. I even tried asking Ava for help, but she completely ignored me. You're the only person we have left to turn to.
Alright, Ava mentioned that too. She said you've been blowing up her phone and spamming her WhatsApp all night, calling dozens of times, sending message after message until the middle of the night. She said you were acting like some kind of stalker. She's actually pretty freaked out, so how about you cut that out?
I don't care about any of that. More importantly, you sold the house and land, so you've got money now, right? Can't you just lend me a little? Me and Mom are seriously struggling here. Come on, you could at least help us out a bit, right?
Oh, right. You mean the money you blew on that fiancé of yours who ran off? What a shame. That's what you get for acting like a desperate old fool chasing after a younger woman. Let me guess. You spoiled her rotten, burned through your cash like water, and then she dumped you the second you were broke.
It's all on you and Dad. If you two hadn't meddled, none of this would have happened. We'd be living our happily ever after right now. You ruined everything. If you had just kept your mouth shut, I'd be living my best life right now.
Oh, you mean that happiness built entirely on my suffering? You dumped all the caregiving on me, left me with every chore, every responsibility, and you think that if I just stayed quiet and kept suffering, your perfect little life could have lasted forever? That kind of selfish fantasy was doomed from the start.
Oh, shut up. Whatever, okay? Just give me the money already. I just want a little breathing room. That's all I'm asking for. It's not that big of a deal.
Jesus. I just don't get it. You were raised by a man like your father, so how did you end up like this? He was such a strong, honorable person. How did you become so shallow and pathetic? I can only imagine how heartbroken he must be right now, watching all of this from above. The son he worked so hard to raise, completely falling apart the second he was gone. And the saddest part? You didn't understand a single word of that final message he left for you.
Final message? You mean that whole what matters is what's inside thing? Why are you bringing that up now?
If you had really paid attention and taken those words seriously, you wouldn't be in this situation now. You threw me away because you only cared about how I looked, and you jumped at the first pretty face who gave you attention. But you never bothered to see who she really was inside, and now you're broke and miserable.
Okay, yeah, but still.
That message from your dad was his final gift to you. A desperate plea for you to get your act together and change. But you ignored it completely, and now here you are, living out the worst case scenario. They say parents know their kids best, and your dad must have known exactly where you were headed.
If you're going to lecture me like that, then why don't you just get back together with me? If we get remarried, Dad would be at peace, right? Plus, I wouldn't have to worry about money anymore, and Mom could finally get out of this mess. That's perfect. If we get back together, everyone wins.
Sorry, but unlike you, I actually took your father's words to heart. And because of that, I can confidently say there's nothing left inside you worth coming back for.
Oh, don't say that. We used to be husband and wife, right? Please don't just throw me away.
I have no reason to help someone who used me as a stepping stone just to make his life easier. And trust, once it's broken, you can't just glue it back together. All you want is the easy way out. Even if I return, you just end up using me again like before. So let's end this for good. Go live the life you chose for yourself. Matthew thought he was about to start his perfect new life with his new wife. But that woman burned through his money at lightning speed. And the second his cash ran out, she walked right out of the door. She blew it all on designer brands, luxury trips. Her spending was out of control. By the time Matthew realized what was happening, his savings were gone and he was drowning in debt. On top of that, his reputation at work tanked. And instead of getting that promotion he was counting on, he ended up with a pay cut. I thought getting married would finally give me a stable life, but now I'm worse off than ever. That's what I heard he's been whining about, but honestly, it's all his own fault. As for Karen, she lost the house she lived in for decades and was forced to move into a rundown apartment. All those years of bragging to the neighbors and relatives about her perfect son and perfect daughter-in-law, it all crumbled overnight. Now the same people who used to admire her only look at her with pity and scorn. The woman who used to hold her head so high is now completely invisible. Unable to handle their new life in poverty, Karen had no choice but to find a job. But after decades as a housewife, working outside the home was far harder than she ever imagined. Standing on her feet all day left her legs aching, and dealing with angry customers constantly yelling at her left her mentally drained. Part of me wonders if she finally understands how I felt back then. But instead of reflecting on her own actions, all she does is complain. Why is this happening to me? Matthew and Karen now spend their days hurling insults at each other, blaming one another for their miserable life, turning their tiny apartment into a battlefield. No money, no friends, no family left to turn to. This suffocating life they created for themselves is their new reality. They both spent years looking down on me, but I hope they finally stop and ask themselves, who was really beneath who? And me? Today, I hold my grandchild's tiny hand in mine and think to myself, I've carried Matthew's father's final words in my heart ever since. Sure, appearance matters, but what truly defines us is who we are inside. And I'll keep living my life that way, surrounded by the people who truly matter, building a future filled with love and kindness.
Honey, it looks like you enjoyed a pretty fancy lunch again.
Oh, how'd you know that?
Of course I know. You posted a photo on IG just a little while ago.
Oh, right. So you're checking my posts. Guess you're curious about what your wife does all day?
Well, maybe. Yeah, I suppose I am.
Lunch was amazing. A mom friend found a new Italian restaurant for us.
Always on the lookout for something new, huh? So, what did you have?
I ordered truffle risotto and tiramisu. The risotto had this rich truffle aroma that was heavenly, and as soon as I took a bite, the toasty flavor just filled my mouth. The rice was cooked perfectly, creamy but not heavy, with a melt-in-your-mouth texture.
Sounds delicious.
And the Parmesan on top added the perfect touch, really bringing out the truffle flavor. And the tiramisu? Oh, it was divine. The balance of espresso and creamy mascarpone was spot on. Not too sweet, a real grown-up dessert.
Good for you. You enjoyed it all.
Oh, and I had a little wine too.
Wine? In the middle of the day?
Just a bit. I work so hard taking care of Jackson in the house, so I think I deserve a treat now and then, don't you? It was a white wine recommended by one of my friends with this fresh, fruity aroma that made it so easy to drink. It paired perfectly with a risotto. You should come with me next time, hun. It's an amazing place.
Is that the restaurant in Flatiron?
Wow, good guess. Yeah, that's the one.
One of my colleagues has been there, actually.
Your colleague saw my post too? Oh, that's sweet.
He just looked over my shoulder when I was checking it out and said he's been there.
Did he think it was good?
Yeah, he said it was fantastic. The view of Manhattan from the windows was amazing, especially at night. He took his wife there for their anniversary and she loved it. But he laughed about how it's definitely not a place for everyday dinners. He said it's super fancy, with high ceilings, chandeliers, marble tables, and all the dishes served on designer tableware.
True, but I think it was pricey because he went for dinner. Lunch is actually pretty affordable.
I heard the lunch courses are still quite expensive though, since it's a luxury restaurant.
Now that you mention it, it was a little pricey.
Right?
Oops, sorry. Just a treat every now and then.
Guess the other moms have money. They're going to places like that on weekday afternoons.
Oh no, among them I'm the most fancy.
Fancy? We aren't that wealthy.
But it's above average, right? I'm always bragging to them about you. I tell them you're an executive and making a lot, and on top, you're hot too.
Whoa, that's embarrassing.
Why? You're amazing. Be proud of yourself. You moved up so quickly in that huge company and now you're a project leader. Most people don't advance that fast.
Well, I've been working hard.
It's not just hard work. You're also smart and everyone trusts you, you know. I even heard your boss respects you and the other employees see you as a role model.
Oh, stop it. It's embarrassing.
No need to be embarrassed. Own how amazing you are. And with your height and how good you look in a suit, you might even get scouted as a model walking down the street.
A model? That's a bit much.
All the other moms are jealous of me. They always say I'm so lucky to have such an amazing husband, and it makes me so proud.
Really? I don't think I'm that amazing.
Oh, no need to be modest. You're my pride and joy.
Thanks. I mean, it's nice to hear all that, but just don't brag about my income too much, okay? There are plenty of people who earn more than I do.
Oh, you're so humble, geez. With what you make, you could totally show off more, you know.
Show off?
People who earn well usually have every right to brag.
Do they? Is there some threshold for that?
Yep. The unspoken rule is that anyone making 6 figures a year is free to brag.
But some people might feel uncomfortable with that.
Only poor people feel that way. Honestly, if someone's struggling financially, it just means they didn't work hard enough.
Wait, but aren't most of your mom friends stay-at-home moms? Their husbands earn the money, so it might be unfair to say they didn't work hard enough.
No. Marrying a wealthy husband is a skill in itself. If someone ends up with a low-earning husband, that's on them for not putting in the effort.
I still think bragging about money isn't a great look. Getting into a big company wasn't just my effort. Luck played a part too. Some people are skilled but still struggle financially.
Oh, no need to sympathize with poor people. Plus, the mom circle has its own set of rules. It may look friendly, but it's actually survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest?
Yes, everyone acts nice on the surface, but show even a little weakness and they'll pounce, push you out of the group, and isolate you. So if you let yourself get looked down on, it's over. And that's why it's important to establish some dominance.
Dominance, huh? That sounds exhausting. It's intense.
Navigating it well helps our son too. If I'm seen as strong, there's less chance Jackson will get bullied.
Right. But just keep an eye on the spending, okay?
Will do. Hun, did you get the milk and bacon I asked for?
Yeah, I went to the store just now and picked them up.
Thanks. I totally forgot, so you saved me.
I'm heading home now.
Sorry for making you run errands after work.
It's fine, but I actually ran into one of your mom friends at the store.
Oh, really? Who'd you see?
Miley's mom.
Okay. You're starting to remember their names and faces, huh?
Well, just a few of them. I remember her since we had that family barbecue together. I got along with her husband, too. We talked a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with our kids being the same age, we had a lot to chat about. Miley's dad and I bonded over work and our shared love of fishing. Turns out he's into outdoor stuff too and takes his family camping a lot.
Oh, yeah? So did you and Miley's mom talk about anything interesting?
Actually, yeah. She mentioned something I was curious about.
What?
She said you've been treating the mom friends to lunch. Like at that Italian restaurant, you paid for everyone.
Oh, that.
Covering everyone's bill? That must have been a lot. Is it true?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
But she said this wasn't just a one-time thing. You always pay for everyone, right?
Well, yeah.
Isn't it a bit much to always cover the whole table? It's not like you're hosting a work event. Among friends, shouldn't everyone pay for their share or at least split the bill?
I just wanted to impress them a little. Sorry.
Honestly, I don't think what you're doing makes much of an impression. They might just start seeing you as an easy mark.
That's not true. You really don't understand how things work in the mom circle.
Huh?
By treating them, I'm building up goodwill. They admire me. It's really important. Because of it, I'm the central person in our group.
But covering everyone is a lot, right?
That's the point. It's impressive because it costs so much. They'll think, wow, she's got that kind of financial power. I can't compare. I should stay on her good side.
Is that really how it goes?
Yep. When I tell them lunch is on me, they're momentarily shocked. And then they all say, thank you, that's amazing. Their eyes light up and I can tell they're looking at me with admiration. After that, they naturally treat me like the group leader and listen to what I say. Like when we decide where to go for the next gathering, they prioritize my opinion. They even say if it's my favorite spot, they would love to go there.
Well, I guess anyone would want to tag along if someone's paying. By the way, how much was the bill at that fancy restaurant last time?
Let's see. I think it was around $8,000.
What? That much for lunch?
Oh, come on, don't be so shocked. We enjoyed a fantastic meal, and there were more people than usual that day. Sorry, hon.
But if you keep paying for everyone like that, you're going to run out of money fast. I mean, $8,000. I assume you used a credit card. But wouldn't that max out your card?
No, it's fine. $8,000 is no big deal.
What?
Actually, I've been borrowing your black card sometimes.
No, are you serious?
You didn't even notice it was missing, did you? You rarely check your wallet since you pay with your phone most of the time.
You can't just use someone else's card without asking.
Oh, come on. Our money is shared, isn't it?
That's not the point. You're spending way too much. Are you even saving any money?
Of course I am.
How much per month?
Like 300? Actually, maybe 200 some months.
Only that much? With my salary, we should easily be saving $2,000 a month.
Oh, no way. If I saved that much, I wouldn't be able to go out to lunch.
That's because you keep paying for your friends. You're overdoing it. We agreed to steadily save for Jackson's education, didn't we?
Oh, we don't have to rush. He's still in kindergarten. The most expensive part will be in college, and we have time before that.
But you said you wanted to send him to a private school, and those fees are high, as you know. Are you thinking we should give up on private school?
Oh, no way. I'm not budging on that.
Why are you so set on it? I'd be fine with public school.
Because sending him to private makes an impression. I won't be able to maintain my position with the other moms.
Wait a second. So sending him to private is more for you than for him? Do you even realize how high tuition is? With my income, we should be able to save more. We need to cut back on expenses.
You don't have to come down on me so hard.
What?
I've been doing my best. You have no idea how competitive the mom world is. Everyone might smile on the surface, but they're constantly sizing each other up behind the scenes. They're checking everything, whether someone's bag is a designer or if their outfit is the latest trend.
Why do you even care about that?
Easy for you to say, but if I don't keep up appearances, they'll look down on me. They'll gossip, saying things like I must not have much money or you don't earn enough. I can't afford to let my guard down if I want to avoid that kind of talk. It's the same with school admissions. Among the moms, the school your kid goes to is a huge status symbol. If Jackson attends a good school, it shows that I value education, and that respect reflects back on me.
So you want to send him to a private school for your own reputation, not his.
It's not just for me. If he doesn't go to a good school, it affects our reputation. Don't you want to be able to tell your colleagues that your son got into a prestigious school?
I don't care about that. I just want him to be happy and have a good experience.
You just don't get it at all, do you? You don't understand what I'm up against.
Up against? Isn't that a bit dramatic? Look, there's a limit to how much you can keep up appearances. We're not billionaires. Please just be more mindful about it going forward. Honey, you did it again, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
Well, don't play dumb. My black card is missing from my wallet.
Yeah, I borrowed it again.
When did you?
While you were in the shower, I just slipped it out.
I told you not to use it without asking. Are you planning to treat your mom friends again?
Of course. Is that a problem?
Why are you so unbothered about this? I told you before, cut down on expenses.
Impossible. After you said that last time, I made everyone split the bill at our last gathering. It totally changed the vibe.
What do you mean?
Everyone gave me this what look for a moment. I guess they were surprised since it's usually expected that I pay, but the atmosphere instantly shifted.
Sure, anyone would be surprised if the person who always pays suddenly asks to split the bill. But they still agreed to split it, didn't they?
Yes, but the whole conversation felt off afterward. Usually I'm the one leading it, but that time everyone acted a bit distant. One of them even came up to me and asked if I was okay. I know that meant, are you having money troubles?
You're overthinking it.
No, I'm not. I could see it in their eyes. They were looking down on me like, oh, she's not doing so well anymore. They were definitely mocking me.
No one's thinking that.
Yes, they are. Trust is hard to build, but easy to lose. And I can't go through that humiliation again. I can't bring up splitting the bill ever again. I'm done feeling like that.
Then why don't you just stop being friends with them?
Stop being friends?
If they'd look down on you over something like that, you don't need to keep hanging out with them.
So you're telling me to just end up all alone? How could you say that? I've worked so hard to make these friends.
I'm not saying you should be alone, but maybe you should hang out with people who are a bit more reasonable. You don't need to keep friends who brag about income or look down on others. And it's ridiculous to pay for every lunch just to stay in with them. You could be saving that money instead.
There you go again. Savings, savings. Can you get any more narrow-minded?
Excuse me?
I'd love to save more if I could. But when I'm keeping up with my mom friends, there's barely anything left.
That's exactly the problem. Your priorities are off. First, save for Jackson. Then whatever is left, spend on lunches.
No, my mom friends' lunches are the priority.
Are you serious?
If you have such a problem, then earn more. The reason I can't save is that your salary isn't high enough. Don't blame me when you're not pulling your weight.
Why are you getting mad at me now? You used to tell me I had a good salary.
That was just flattery. I was buttering you up to motivate you to earn more. I'm not happy with your income at all. If you have time to complain, why don't you work harder and make more money? So useless.
Useless? Oh, that's going too far.
Then maybe we should just get a divorce. I'm gonna leave you.
Geez, calm down.
I'm sick of you telling me to save or watch my spending. I can't stay with such a stingy man.
I'm not saying anything unreasonable. If you want to send Jackson to a private school, then stop the excessive spending. If you can't do that, then we can forget about private school. It's that simple.
It's not about being right or wrong. It's about how heartless you're being.
Heartless? How? I've been putting up with your spending, haven't I?
Oh, so you just look down on me because I'm a stay-at-home mom, huh?
That's not what I said. You're imagining things.
The only reason you can focus on work is because I take care of the house in Jackson. So don't act so high and mighty just because you bring in a little income. You wouldn't understand, but housework and raising kids are really hard work.
I get that. I help out around the house on my days off, don't I?
If this keeps up, I'll seriously go through with the divorce.
Geez, again? Are you serious about that?
If you don't want me to leave, you'd better apologize for everything you've said. And stop questioning how I spend money. Oh, and give me the black card whenever I need it. If not, I'm divorcing you. Got it?
So if I don't agree to your terms, we're getting a divorce?
That's right.
I see. Fine.
Honey, guess where I am right now?
No idea.
Oh, I posted a photo on my IG. I guess you haven't checked it yet today.
I've been too busy at work for that.
I'm out with my mom friends having super high-end Japanese cuisine. We usually go for Italian or French, but today I felt like trying something different.
Oh yeah? So what did you eat?
Tempura, a beautiful sashimi platter. Japanese food is amazing. It's delicious and healthy.
Uh-huh.
And for the main course, I had Wagyu steak. It was so tender and juicy. It just melted in my mouth. The flavor was so perfect that I wondered how they managed to cook it so well. They served it with grilled vegetables and Japanese seasoning. The refined flavor paired perfectly with the meat. And to finish, I had a luxurious sea urchin porridge. It was loaded with sea urchins, and when I poured the flavor soup over it, the aroma just bloomed. It was pure bliss. Oh, and of course, I'll be using the card to pay as usual. By the way, sorry for calling you useless the other day. I got a bit heated and said things I didn't mean. I've reconsidered things. Thanks for leaving the black card on the table.
You won't be able to use that card.
What do you mean?
I contacted the card company and had it cancelled.
Wait a minute. I thought you left it for me as a sign you'd forgiven me. I thought you'd let me use it freely.
No, I just left it out because it's no longer in use. I don't agree to your conditions. I'm not apologizing and I'm not giving you access to my card.
So you're okay with me leaving you?
Yes, let's divorce.
What about Jackson? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I can't raise him on my own.
Don't worry, I'll take custody.
What? Isn't it usually the mother who gets the kids after a divorce? He'll miss me if we're separated.
Maybe a bit, but I can't leave his upbringing in the hands of a mother like you. I don't believe you truly love him.
What are you talking about? Of course I love him. That's why I want him to go to private school.
Well, that's for your image, not for him. To you, family is just an accessory to make yourself look good.
Wait a second. How dare you say that?
You're the one who's been acting selfishly all along. Spending money that should have been for the family, aren't you ashamed?
But
if I stay with you, Jackson will end up miserable too. I've decided to take him and separate from you. This is what you wanted, isn't it? You said you wanted a divorce.
I didn't really mean it. I just wanted you to change.
The one who needs to change is you. You've blown through money just to satisfy your own ego, all for the sake of showing off to your mom friends. All you care about is one-upping others. You're messed up.
I was showing off for your sake, so we wouldn't be looked down on.
No, it was just to make yourself feel good. I'm done with this.
Whatever. Right now I need the card. I have to pay the bill. I only have $200 on me.
If you don't have cash, use your credit card. You're an adult. You should have one, right?
But the amount is way beyond my limit.
How much did you spend this time?
$15,000.
Oh, you've really done it.
This was an ultra-luxe restaurant, and there were over 20 people.
Quite a crowd you brought along.
I wanted to show everyone how generous I could be.
So 15 grand? That's a record for you. After all my warnings, you still do the same thing. I really can't put up with you anymore.
I got carried away. I thought you'd actually given me the black card. I was so happy that and since the last time I asked to split the bill, I felt like the moms were looking down on me. I had to redeem myself.
Huh, unbelievable.
Please do something. Just come to the restaurant and pay.
I'm no longer obligated to do anything for you. Why should I clean up your mess? You said you wanted a divorce too, remember?
I did, but I didn't mean it. And don't take Jackson from me. I don't think of you guys as an accessory.
Neither he nor I are here to boost your status, and it would be cruel to let him stay with you.
What's cruel about it?
You're forcing him to cut back on playtime to study, for your own satisfaction.
Yes, partly for my pride, but it's also for his future.
But he says he doesn't want to go to private school. He just wants to go to the same school with his friends. Then let him. Public school is fine.
He's just a little kid. Of course he'd choose the easier path. As his mother, it's my job to guide him, even if it's a tougher road.
You say you're doing this for him, but none of it's actually helping him.
Fine, I apologize. And I won't indulge in luxury anymore. Just please come here.
If you can't pay, then ask your mom friends to split the bill.
But
if you don't want to lose anymore, start by letting go of that useless pride.
wait, please. Come to the restaurant. I can't just ask them to split the bill now. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do?
As I expected, there was no way Natalie could cover $15,000 on her own. In the end, though, she didn't ask her friends to split the bill. Instead, she turned to a consumer loan company to borrow the money and paid for everyone. It was honestly shocking. I don't know what her mom friends actually think of her, but being looked down upon for asking to split the bill? That's not normal. It seems more likely that her own pride was so inflated that she couldn't bear not to treat them. She eventually begged me not to go through with the divorce, but I was convinced that separating was best for our son. With the help of a lawyer, the divorce process was successfully completed, and I was granted custody, as Jackson also expressed a desire to live with me. After the divorce, Natalie tried to return to her parents, but when they learned of the circumstances, they were so disappointed they quickly turned her away. To make things worse, when she rushed to borrow money to pay the restaurant, her friends realized she'd been spending extravagantly on my card without my knowledge. They all soon distanced themselves from her. Now abandoned by both family and friends, she's working multiple part-time jobs to pay off her debts. She used to mock people for being poor, but now that she's in that position herself, maybe she's finally reflecting on her past actions.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.